I've done 2 small thrift store hauls, and they're kind of based on 2 factors, I guess. The main one is after all these years of the pandemic and living remotely and other factors in my life, I am finally in a position to start having guests over on a regular basis. So I wanted to sort of up the ante on how I serve things and how things look nice when people come over. Coincidentally to that, there's this really cool thing happening on YouTube called Tablescape Tuesdays 23, and I'm enjoying that so much, seeing how other people set their tables, and I've done one so far on Valentine's Day, and it's just a lot of fun to make things look nice with what you have. However, I was missing some pieces and some critical elements, and now again that I'm having people over, I'd like things to look nice. They don't have to be perfect, they don't have to be fancy, but nice. So here's what I got. My first stop was at the local hospice thrift store, and I got 4 of these mugs. They're kind of coffee, tea type mugs. They are actually not microwavable, but I like them because they're white. All my coffee cups and tea mugs have logos on them or things, and I wanted something just that was I could put on the table year round, and they'd always look nice. So 4 of these, $1 each. I also like to serve bread or baked goods and things like that, muffins or, I don't know, banana bread. So I was looking for something that would display that nicely. So I found this little gem. I don't know if you can see the woven basket detail around the edge. It's just the right size. It's not too big. I can cover it with the cloth, and it was $3. So I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. Finally, I got 2 of these, I think they're crystal little serving dishes, and in my Valentine's Day tablescape, I actually put chocolates in one and long dipped pretzels in the other. But I thought this is a great thing for maybe some fruit, grapes, or for cheese and fruit, or cookies, or all sorts of things. It's just a small size. Again, I have a small house. I don't have a lot of people over at any one given time. So this was great. I got 2 of these. They were $2 each. Now, I generally try to keep my thrift store, any other store purchases, to a minimum, not just for the sake of space, but also for the sake of frugality. I don't like to have a lot of stuff laying around that I don't use. But every once in a while, something happens so dramatic and compelling, I cannot help myself. And this was one of those times. I got 2. There were 2 of these Thanksgiving mugs, and I just could not contain myself. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I imagine at that point I'll have somebody over at some point for either pie or leftovers or something. So I'm making excuses now. The fact of the matter is I thought they were hilarious, and I had to have them. $1 each. I've been using cloth napkins here for years for myself. What is going on? It's gonna rain. They said it wasn't gonna rain, but it feels like it's gonna rain, and my hair is the best barometer I've ever encountered. So sorry about that. Anyway, I've been using cloth napkins for years here. I just really think they're great. They're useful. They're wonderful. They're less impactful on the environment, and I've gathered a bunch of them from all sorts of thrift stores. And I'm starting to use them when guests come over. I have a nice set of green I got at the Goodwill outlet last year that I used all through the holiday season, and I wanted to get some fabric to make some of my own. So I went to the second hospice store that day, and I found a big pack of fabric for $5. And there was all sorts of fabric in there, so I'll just show you what I got. This tiny little piece of heart fabric, slightly larger piece of little children fabric. And here's definitely a school fabric, maybe good napkins for September. I really like these. This is kind of a holiday. Looks like there's birds on it, cardinals, and all sorts of stuff. Then there was some polka dot, tiny polka dot. There was this more glittery polka dot. Well, it's not really polka dot, but it's a, I don't know, kind of polka dot's gone wild here. There was polka dots. They're like little tiny star polka dots. I do like polka dots. And then there was this kind of holiday gold. And finally a big amount of red. I have a lot of green fabric, Christmas green fabric, so I'm going to enjoy putting these together to make some holiday napkins. The last thing I got that I don't have anymore is a DVD of some John Wayne movies. My neighbor up the road loves his Western DVDs, and so whenever I see one at a thrift store, I just grab it and walk it up to him. So my thrift haul was small but mighty. I feel very happy with everything I got, and I will be using it all. Right now I'm heading out to the bottom of the mountain to spend a couple days with a friend of mine. It's about 38 degrees outside, even though it's noon. We're gonna do some shopping, some going out for coffee, some cooking, and I'm gonna have a great time. But I have a little problem. Every time I leave the house for a few days, I have to completely clean the house. So the laundry's going, and as soon as I hang up from this video, floors are gonna be mopped, and I'll come home to a clean house. So I hope you're thrifting and your life is going good and you're keeping warm, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you so much for watching.